Oh! I don't get any fun out of this. So Tove here, we all saw Brianna's reaction the other day when her and I both shot a hinge release for our first time. So today I'm gonna teach Tove how to do it, and we're gonna have him try. We do have the one with the safety, so we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna show him right here how it works. This here is a safety. So when this is down, you can just draw back, nothing's gonna happen. But then when you get in your draw, you're gonna click this button like so, and then just pull through. So if you come over here, pull through, hit your thing, and then you're just gonna pull. Oh, oh.
What's happening?
There we go. Oh, that was so scary. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try it again.
Is it Christmas yet?
And that's how you're gonna do it. So we're gonna have him try and see how it goes. Should be fun.
Oh, this doesn't look like fun at all.
And then when you draw, you'll hit that button, and then it'll shoot.
Okay, ready?
Yep. That, get anchor. Now click that button off.
Am I on it?
Yep,
Okay.
click it off. There you go. Now. Oh!
I don't get any fun out of this at all.
He doesn't get any fun.
I don't get it.
He doesn't get it.
It's frustrating.
Ted uses a lot of back tension.
Yeah.
I don't get what the heck's going
He doesn't get what the heck.
I don't get the process.
He
What
does.
we're doing.
I know, I'm sorry, but I don't know if my filming was the best there because I was very surprised, maybe more than Ted.
I don't want to bust arrow.
This is also a very unsafe location now to be shooting a hinge, considering there's a ginormous propane tank in front of us.
I hope Skip's filming was good because that was hilarious right there. That was funny.
I don't get it. What for? I almost hit the barbecue. I almost hit the propane tank, the doghouse. We are a silly bunch of people to do this kind of stuff. I did knock the deer over.
53-pound hammer, baby. I'm going to try to get him to try it again.
I got kicked off his job. I had that door all sanded down and everything, and I was scrubbing on it and sanding it. I had it like really close to ready, and he says, "You're off the job. You take too long." And the door's sitting there unfinished in the weather. And he goes,
With
"I don't
no
care."
protection.
This is not true. I'm a big
This sounds
protection
very
guy.
true.
I'm pulling, and nothing's happening.
Rotate that pinky backwards.
Oh God. That's the trick. That's the trick. You think you're pulling, but pulling does nothing until you start that little fulcrum axis, twist backwards. This motion right here, release the pressure on the index. Put the pressure on the back. That's when it releases.
What do you think of him shooting the hinge?
Just as good as me shooting it. Draw. We anchor. We turn off the safety. That's something to get used to. There's just such a jolt, like you don't feel like you're gonna have a good shot, but you do.
The key thing that they're missing is that what books are written about is why. What is the reason for this type of device? Why? The why is missing.
I don't think it is, Brianna. You want to explain what the why is?
Well, I guess the why is why I'm practicing it, which is to create back tension rather than, punching. Safety up, and then rotate the hand.
Now just pull like you're
back.
push and pull. Push and pull. There it is.
I did it.
How'd it feel?
Well, here it felt fine. The curiosity I have is when I'm doing my regular release, my thumb is like almost preloading the trigger, and then it's very, very, very slight movement at it all when the release actually happens. The punch on a punch stick is very small. What's the difference if you have a hinge release and when you have to move your hand anyway, you're doing movement to get the release to happen. But I was pulling harder, and I'm not sure I actually moved. I think I did pull harder and harder, harder, and I think I tilted back just a little bit on the top. So I just don't totally get the why.
But Ted has a point though,
I
because
don't get the why.
if the point of a hinge is supposed to be that the back tension breaks the shot. But if you can pull, and it doesn't matter, it doesn't break the shot until you rotate the hand, then what's the difference in me punching a trigger or me rotating my hand?
Exactly.
Because you can pull back, but until you rotate, you still can't release.
That's the question I have. I'm sure somebody could. I'm sure I'm missing.
So you're gonna get some comments on this one.
Yeah, I didn't. I was basically just adjusting my hand, adjusting my anchor point, which I should.
So maybe you should leave it locked until you do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Try it again.
But I was, ready, and I released the deal, and then I moved a little bit of my anchor point, and that made it release. I got my anchor point the way I wanted, I think. Taking the safety off, pulling like crazy, nothing's happening. Now that's what it took. Is pulling back to make it release, because I pulled way hard and it wouldn't release. But to get the release, I actually had to turn my hand.
Is that motion everybody talks about that you really need in shooting? Just break the shot.
I think
just throw the arm back.
I think that could be it. It could be like up in here where they always say pull between your shoulder blades. It could be that when you pull more up there. Yeah, I'll try that.
Here, I'll show you. Let me show you as the real pro. Here's what it actually is supposed to
I did it again. Like that.
That's accurate.
You almost want to recoil like this. Here, I'll show you again. You want to go boom, and you're pulling that thing so god dang hard that when it goes off, you actually almost dented the garage.
It's like shooting both barrels on a 12 gauge.
Exactly, at the same time.
Yeah. And then light off. Okay, I'm going to try again. Pulling back, getting my anchor point, everything's lined up. My nose is on the string.
That looked pretty good.
That was more like it. I get it. And what I'm doing is pulling, instead of twisting my hand that time, I tried pulling real tight on my shoulder blades right up through here, and I didn't physically move my hand at all. Like I had to do before.
We're kind of learning in a way. This is like three kind of people that aren't very smart trying to learn how to do something. So it's kind of fun.
Training me to shoot from the shoulders.
Hello, Yahtzee.
Shoot
and up straight, pull. Break that bow in half. Break that shit in half.
Yeah. But that's sort of the motion it did. It made me release it, is keep concentrating on pulling with the shoulders up through here. That's for me, but I'm a deformed human being, so.
See, I mean, that's kind of how I shoot anyways. Come up, throw it around, and then I'm just...
I can actually see it, by the way. When you just shot that time, I was watching the wrinkles in your shirt right in the area where I was talking.
Yeah, show that.
Right in here, your shirt was wrinkled like this. And I could actually see these wrinkles moving just gently closer together as you were getting to your release.
That's how you know I am pulling through that. But, it don't matter. Still be someone on the comments going, you punched! You punched! I didn't.
So then I'm going to flip this thing off. Scary feeling.
I was doing the same thing, trying to watch the wrinkles in her shirt to see if that's what's happening. It's sort of a...
Like that, yeah, the tenseness of the back shoulder blades coming
But
together.
also sort of opening up too, getting the chest high, chest way out.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Chip.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, let me shoot 10.
Oh!
See? The safety was not. See, I could not.
Well, you have to hear the click.
Safety. No, the safety wasn't on.
Oh.
So how do you use one of these without a safety?
It's scary. I did it the other day. Squeeze that back. Pull through that back. That looked good.
It really teaches you that you push the trigger. Because when you think like you're just gonna yank it and then nothing happens, you realize that you're not using the correct muscles to actually break a shot with back tension. Because your arrow doesn't go anywhere and you're string doesn't go anywhere and it stays attached to the release. It takes so long.
But I
that
saw
one's
it
on
very
next
clearly. It's unique. I see that. But her shirt was bunched up like this. And when she was just getting close to the release, I saw her. So that means her shoulder's coming
Backwards.
as the release happens. That's actually pretty good. Okay, now click the safety off and then close up these muscles. Just like Tove said. You're smoking it. I mean, that's touching. That went off a lot quicker.
Yeah,
And
you feel like that tension.
The form I saw too is your arrow. If your arrow was to shoot backwards, it's supposed to. Your form's supposed to. The arrow's supposed to like go right through your rear elbow. And I was looking at the alignment, and your elbow was in the perfect slot right then.
That's the one thing I think I do, like you just fixed. I think I have a tendency to keep it forward, then backwards.
Well, just think of that line, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I don't really struggle with like slapping the trigger or punching too much. So using this, I kind of like better because I can build the pressure. I know when it's going to break, so I get it right to the edge and then just focus on pulling through. But I guess because I've practiced with it and used it for so long, I don't have to hold it for as long. So I don't have to get as shaky because I get the pin where it needs to be, boom, start to pull, it goes off. Rather than that one, I don't know when that point is. So I get it back and just have to pull. It takes forever, and then I start to get a little shaky. I do think it's a great tool to use, especially for someone like Brianna who tends to do a little bit of that, you know. I think it's helpful. Give it a try if you haven't, let us know. We've had fun messing with it. We're going to keep doing it, so keep going.
That is a tricky thing to figure out. You can't just pull back. You can't. It doesn't work like that.
Do you agree with that?
Include that motion of turning your hand just slightly as you pull back. The two can happen simultaneously.
I want to try to make it happen faster. I don't know if that's actually possible, but well, it is. But can I do this question? Anchor, elbow back, safety off.
Tighten up those back muscles.
Nice quick.
Yeah. I think the way everyone likes to explain it is that like axis point of rotating the hinge backwards, but I don't think it's necessarily. See how you can do this without moving the wrist? Like my hand's not turning back, therefore I'm not dropping my elbow. You're simply just taking the pressure off of the front, which is what feels strange because you feel like the thing's going to slip out of your hands. But really that's what allows you to pull back and therefore exchanges the pressure into the back of the release. So it's not that you're purposely moving the release. Your back tension is creating that pull backwards. But you can't, no matter how far you pull, you can't create that release pressure if you keep pressure on the index pointer finger. I think I get it now. That's why people explain it by saying, do this. Anchored, elbows back, safety off. Yeah, that's it. I get it. And it's a perfect shot. I get it. Yeah. I don't feel like there was any slapping going on there. I just have to take the pressure off of my index finger to allow me to create the tension to roll back. Because whenever, like you say, when you load up the pressure on the thumb, you're loaded, like it's ready to shoot. You don't need to pull it back. That automatically happens if you're loaded when you take the pressure off of your index and just start to roll back. Your thumb goes with it, pulling the trigger at the same time. I don't know, what do you think? Are you watching my thumb?
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Does it feel different?
Yeah,
from how it used to?
I feel like I'm only doing this and not this.
I don't know. It's a good tool for sure to keep me holding up in here. Yeah. Do
Do you notice a difference?
Yeah, because I'm an old rifle shooter. I tend to try to really relax before I squeeze the trigger. You know, the final part of the trigger. The hinge release, it won't fire unless you're putting tension on it and you're backing high, your elbow up in a good position and your hand, you're pulling through your shoulders. This one here will fire anytime you punch the trigger.
Right. Bingo, Yahtzee, you! I don't know what this video is, what it's going to be called, what it's about. I'm not too sure, but I think it was fun. Hopefully it was somewhat educational. We all had fun joshing and making it, and all of us are going on a hunt very soon. So be sure to stay tuned for that if that's something that coincides with your interests. And if not, that's fine too. We'll do other fun stuff. So thank you very much. Thank you. And also I'm thinking about uploading on a schedule. I'm thinking about Wednesdays and Sundays. Let me know if that sounds like a good thing or not. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.